Good evening and happy Saturday as we welcome you back to the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University. John Bruce along with Dewey Daly bringing you this afternoon's coverage. Game 3 of the battle in the 7-4, game 3
yes.
of the battle in the 7-4-0 series coming up in a little less than 90 seconds. It'll be Walnut Ridge taking on the Huntington Highlanders out of West Virginia. Should be a fun way to continue the showcase this weekend, the third of 12 games over the course of today and tomorrow. 7 games today, 5 tomorrow. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, we've got some teams that are filled with athletes and bigger schools, which means you got a little bigger pool to pick from, which means usually it helps it helps on the quality, and should have a really nice quality game here today between two teams with some proud Scottish heritage, with the Walnut Ridge Scots against the Huntington Highlanders.
The Scots off to a 3-1 start this season under head coach Chuck Jefferson. The Scots averaging 70 points per game, allowing just 53, nearly averaging a 20-point win through their first 4 contests.
Yeah, they've played well so far this year. They've played a nice schedule to start, and just overall are a team to watch for out of the 270 loop over there in Columbus, in the Columbus City League.
And for the Huntington Highlanders under head coach Lambros Savingos, averaging 69 points per game, 61 against a season ago. They'll open up their 2024-25 season here this afternoon.
Yeah, not the easiest start for the Highlanders. They will, take on a Walnut Ridge team that has played 4 times so far, so it'll make it a little, a little more difficult than if you're starting with both teams at the opening of the season.
So we'll quickly go over the starters here this afternoon for both teams. We'll start with the Huntington Highlanders. It'll be Tristan Hornbuckle, Pearson DeJinka, Tavion Chandler, Jamari Tubbs, and Isaiah Lapsley. For the Scots, Deion Johnson, Jaleel Wakil, LaShawn Saunders, Roman Crosby, and Dyer Adams.
Hey, let's have some fun.
So game 3 of the second annual battle in the 7-4-0 moments away. Coming up a little later on in the 3:30 time slot, it'll be New Hope Christian taking on Fairfield Union. Rest of the day includes Kettering Alter and Ashland at 5 o'clock, Fairland and Ashland girls at 6:30, and Fairland and Eastern Brown rounding things out at 8 p.m. We do have a technical prior to jump ball. It was Deion Johnson on the pair of free throws. He split them, so it'll be a 1-0 lead for Walnut Ridge as we begin the afternoon.
Yeah, typically that's a dunk in pregame, something along those lines, and that's something also you typically can see on your first game of the season.
So no jump ball for us here in game 3. A technical, 2 free throws in possession with the Scots.
It appears they will be without Marquise Lucas tonight. 16 points a game, not in uniform for the Scots, so that could be a big player to watch, as that could impact their ability greatly.
Skip pass into the corner, Jaleel Wakil from downtown.
Yeah, Wakil coming into the game, 5 for 9 this week from 3. Buries his first look. You can see how that ball came off his hand, why he's a 56% three-point shooter.
So the Highlanders down 4-0 before touching the basketball. Tavion Chandler can't connect from beyond the arc. Rebound goes to the sophomore, Deion Johnson. Scots now going the other way. Deion Johnson, top of the key 3, buries the triple. Early timeout for the Highlanders. It'll be a 30-second timeout for head coach Lambros Savingos.
Yeah, they've ran the floor well so far. Good job getting to a spot for the shot there for Deion Johnson. After the possession before, he found Wakil for the three. And, you don't want to use a timeout in the first minute of a game, but you also don't want to lose touch in the first minute of a game like this. We mentioned Deion Johnson, 6'3" sophomore, 9.3 points a game, 5 rebounds, almost 6 assists a game. So the point guard can do a little bit of everything. And it looks like he may need to score a little bit more without Marquise Lucas in the lineup today. So this is a interesting chance for him to try to elevate his game to an even further level for the sophomore.
If you're just now tuning in and wondering how Huntington is trailing 7-0 just 60 seconds into the contest, it was a technical free throw and three-pointer for Deion Johnson, along with a three-pointer for Jaleel Wakil. Just the second trip on the offensive side for Huntington here this afternoon. DeJinka now Hornbuckle beyond the arc into the corner now with Chandler. Chandler on the drive, lost the handle, regains control, back into the corner now with Tubbs. Underneath, it's Johnson and Chandler tying up. Possession is with the Highlanders, so the jump ball will keep it down on this end.
Yeah, active hands inside. You're going to see Tavion Chandler doing a lot for the Highlanders. Had a nice drive, but ends up getting the ball ripped.
Tubbs into the corner, Pearson to DeJinka from downtown, connects.
Yeah, good find. Finding the sophomore in the corner for the corner three. DeJinka buries it to get the Highlanders on the board.
So both teams a combined 3 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the night. Missed shot by the Scots, rebound Tubbs. Lapsley now thought about the three, decides to let it go and connects from downtown.
That was pretty from Lapsley. He does the ball fake, wasn't sure he was still going to pull it, but pulls the three and splashes. Makes it a 7-6 game. Only difference is that technical free throw at this point.
Both teams now 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Top of the key, Saunders on the drive. Left elbow jumper is good.
Yeah, when you've got quality teams that can shoot the basketball, it makes it a really fun watch. We've had a nice first 2.5 minutes so far. Both teams shooting at a high level so far.
Entry pass right side with Hornbuckle. Now on the cut is Lapsley. Underneath, rejected. LaShawn Saunders. Strong interior defense for the junior.
Yeah, got a little bit behind on the wheel cut, but does a nice job of recovering and getting the block from behind.
Lapsley inbounding underneath for the Highlanders into Hornbuckle. Back out to Lapsley, now Hornbuckle back around the volleyball line. Three-man weave, top of the key. Highlanders moving the ball around. Tristan Hornbuckle can't connect from downtown. An offensive rebound and stick back for DeJinka.
Got 5 points for the sophomore. Good start for him.
Scots quickly the other way. Sophomore Deion Johnson lost the handle. A turnover for the Scots.
First turnover of the game will give the Highlanders a chance to take the lead back after they were trailing with literally no time off the clock.
Home whites for Walnut Ridge, road greens for the Highlanders. Chandler able to corral the loose ball on the other side of half court. Underneath, Huntington loses the handle now on the break. Johnson cross the key pass to Saunders. His layup is good.
Good recovery there by Saunders, who's going full speed down court. Slows his body down and makes the layup. Good find from Johnson after the turnover by the Highlanders.
Tubbs on the drive, pass inside. Tristan Hornbuckle on the glass for two.
Yeah, good find inside, getting Hornbuckle the layup. His first two.
The back and forth nature of the first quarter continues. Dyer Adams on the drive, can't get it to go with the left hand, gets his own rebound and puts it back for the deuce.
Some nice length from Dyer Adams. Gives a good job getting to the hoop and then finishing his shot.
Adams extends the Scots lead to 3.
Could be another turnover.
Chandler on the drive draws the foul. It'll be called on Dion Johnson.
Number 10, DeAndre Thomas, and number 0, Bryden Hodge check in for the first time for the Scots.
Lapsley on the drive, a lot of contact, can't get it to go. Rebound Adams. Huntington retakes possession. Count it, and the foul for Ethan Dalton.
That's a great play by Isaiah Lapsley, who turns it over and then gets a steal and then finds his man for the layup. And now they get a chance to tie the game here. Good finish by Ethan Dalton. Nearly got the shot clock.
So Dalton with a chance to convert the three-point play, which he does, and ties it up at 13 apiece.
Shooter's touch right there.
Hodge across the timeline for the Scots, now Johnson right wing. Hodge feed inside, DeAndre Thomas. Passes it out to Johnson, loose ball corralled on the interior by Hodge. Saunders drives, kicks to Johnson, cross-court pass. Inside with Hodge, back out top of the key with Wakil.
Just every closeout is done with such speed and in control. It's making it really tough to shoot.
Top of the key, 3 on the way, won't go for LaShawn Saunders. Rebound goes with Isaiah Lapsley. Strong defensive stop for the Highlanders. Hornbuckle on the drive, lost the handle. DeAndre Thomas with the takeaway. Hodge going all the way, Euro step inside for the finish.
Beautiful finish there by the senior. Off the bench, nice Euro in between, avoids contact, finishes to bring the lead back for the Scots.
15-13 Walnut Ridge, a little less than 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. The Jenkins top of the key, directing traffic, entry pass right side. Lapsley now into the short corner, back to DeJinko, way downtown, can't connect.
A little too deep. Just a hair. That's kind of what we've talked about throughout the day. There's 2 3-point lines. The initial one, the tan one, is the high school 3-point line. That one was from well beyond the men's college 3-point line.
Jamari Tubbs and Braxton Mount checking in for the Highlanders. Feed inside, wide open DeAndre Thomas. Fouled on his way up, 2 shots coming up for the junior.
Good cut, really good find inside for Dion Johnson. I think Thomas maybe didn't realize how open he was because he took a long time to go up with that shot, but he gets a chance to extend the lead at the line.
So 2 shots now for DeAndre Thomas. He knocks down the first. Two of 2 from the stripe for Thomas. Lead is up to 4 for Walnut Ridge. Highlanders into the half court. Ethan Dalton throws it away.
3rd turnover for the Highlanders. See if they hold for one, or maybe they just try to hold for a good look.
35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 17-13 is our score in favor of Walnut Ridge. Hodge pass left side, Johnson into the short corner, spins, fading away, can't get it to go. Rebound Lapsley. Lapsley loses the handle, it's taken away by Walnut Ridge. Counted, and the foul on the reverse layup. Jaleel Wakil, a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, Johnson misses the fall away, then gets the steal, finds Wakil, who finishes with a nice reverse through some contact. Has a chance to match their largest lead of the game, which was 7-0.
So 9.6 seconds to go. A chance for the senior Jaleel Wakil to make it a 7-point ball game. Wakil knocks it down. 7 seconds to go for the Highlanders. Chandler with a sense of urgency. Pass inside. Braxton Mount loses the handle, and Johnson fires it up at the horn, and that'll do it for the opening quarter here this afternoon. 20-13 after one. Walnut Ridge leading. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
We welcome you back to the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University. A 20-13 lead for Walnut Ridge over Huntington. After 8 minutes to go here in the first half of Game 3. Here in the second annual battle in the 7-4-0.
Yeah, good start for Walnut Ridge. Jaleel Wakil with 6 points. Deion Johnson with 4 points, but also 3 assists. Just a nice start for the sophomore point guard and the senior shooter in Wakil. 5 points for Pearson DeJinka to lead the Highlanders.
So the second quarter begins with Walnut Ridge leading by 7. Pass inside, deflected and taken away. Jamari Tubbs with the steal. Highlanders going the other way. It'll be Deion Johnson who's called for the foul.
I think he may have gotten, I know that's 2 fouls on him, but he may have gotten fortunate there because he fired that ball up and didn't exactly hustle after it to avoid a delay of game. But good officiating to just get that ball back and get things restarted here.
So Lou Dieng checking in for the Scots during the dead ball. Huntington with a defensive stop now, looking to go the other way. It's taken away. Bryden Hodge down the court, has it stripped. Jamari Tubbs with the steal. Tubbs fires it ahead underneath. Pass to the left side. It's Lapsley off the glass for 2.
A good find inside. Lapsley now with 5. 2 quick turnovers to start the quarter for the Scots.
Lead cut down to 5 for Walnut Ridge. Step back right corner 3. Dyer Adams from downtown.
And that's big because he was able to score on a drive earlier. If he could shoot from the outside, it's going to make that drive game even deadlier.
Huntington now looking to answer back on the drive. Tavian Chandler is fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Diang called for the foul there. If he just stays straight up, but he eventually came down, which makes that a pretty easy call, gets Chandler to the line. Chance to score for the first time today.
So 2 shots for the senior Tavian Chandler. He knocks down the first. Chandler, one of the main returners from last year's team, 8 points per game as a junior a season ago.
Yeah, he had a nice junior season for a Huntington team that went 17-9 last year.
Second shot for Chandler is good. Senior knocks down the pair. Lead back down to 6 for Walnut Ridge. Entry pass to Adams, right back to Akil, feet inside. Roman Crosby. He's fouled and head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I figured there's a reason why he missed so badly on that from that close. They'll get Crosby 2 shots here. Okay, that's, yeah, sometimes you see that called as a lane violation, but once again, good officiating because the player was still on his way out and it wasn't like he walked into the area. Either way, ends up in a miss.
Second shot for Crosby is on the way. Senior splits the pair.
First point for the senior, averaging 12 points a game.
Full court pressure from the Scots. Highlanders now into the half court. Passes deflected. Bryden Hodge with the steal. Scots going the other way. Taken right back. Ethan Dalton on the takeaway. Hornbuckle pass ahead to Tubbs. Can't connect, trying to throw it off of a Scott player. Dyer Adams takes it right back for Walnut Ridge. Feed inside, Crosby. Skip pass, near side. Dyer Adams can't connect from downtown. And a strong box out from Tristan Hornbuckle allows the ball to roll out of bounds.
I'd argue that's about a 5-star box out. That we saw it in the first game, but the player eventually should have just grabbed the ball, and that one, the ball just goes straight out of bounds. Once again, good box out.
Tavian Chandler up the sideline. Penetrating inside, kicks it out. Left side 3, Jamari Tubbs can't connect from deep. Offensive rebound for DeJinka continues the possession. Left side, same spot. Tavian Chandler connects from downtown.
Good drive and kick from Ethan Dalton to find Chandler on the outside to cut the lead down to 4. See Bryden Hodge putting his hands together, like, let's slow this thing down a little bit. Walnut Ridge getting a little loose with the ball.
Jaleel Wakil way downtown, can't connect. Rebound goes to Tristan Hornbuckle. Hornbuckle on the drive, kicks it out to Jinka. Highlanders moving it around now, top of the key. Tavian Chandler now, to Jinka now. Hornbuckle directing traffic, top of the key for Huntington. Three-man weave into the corner. Hornbuckle off the front iron. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Roman Crosby. It's a 3-man race to the basketball, and Crosby caught a piece of it but was unable to corral the rebound.
Yeah, you're just seeing effort from Huntington right there. Following the shot, good job by Hornbuckle. Helps save the possession.
Top of the key, DeJinka connects from downtown.
Yeah, beautiful rotation on that shot from DeJinka. The sophomore with 8 points, 2 for 3 from deep. Third assist for Jamari Tubbs as well.
Lead down to 1 for Walnut Ridge, 24-23, halfway through the second quarter. Feed into Adams, back out Wakeel, left wing three, in and out. Rebound, Jamari Tubbs. Another big defensive stop for the Highlanders.
A good look, though, for Wakeel, who came into the game 5 for 9 from 3. It's 1 for 3 tonight, but that one, that's the type of look you want him to get.
Tubbs on the drive, lost the handle, loose ball corralled by Hornbuckle. He drives, kicks it out, left side three, Eaton Dalton can't connect.
Saw a big screen at the top by Braxton Mount. Kind of surprised not called.
Ball last touched by Walnut Ridge. It'll stay on this end with Huntington. Hornbuckle into the Jinka. Now back out top of the key with Ethan Dalton. Pass on the cut inside the Jinka, off the glass for the deuce.
10 for the sophomore. A great start for DeJinka.
Huntington now takes the lead, 25-24. All the way back, left side, Dyer Adams can't connect from beyond the arc. Rebound goes to Tubbs. Tubbs going all the way, looking to get it across the crease to Mount. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Huntington. And it looks like, John, we're going to have a timeout. A full timeout for Walnut Ridge. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
3 minutes to go here in quarter number 2, game 3 of the battle in the 7-4-0. Huntington coming all the way back now, leading Walnut Ridge 25-24.
Yeah, a lot of it's been because Pearson DeJinka has 10 points, 5 in each quarter so far. He's got the last 5 for Huntington to give them their first lead of the game.
Lapsley inbounding underneath into Braxton Mount. Hornbuckle directing traffic, entry pass right side with Ethan Dalton, who drives inside, can't get it to go, off the window, rebound Wakeel. Adams inside, Euro step with the left hand, shot is good off the glass.
A good finish by Adams. He's got 7 to lead the Scots on the day, whatever it is.
Pass to Chandler, power move inside, kicks it out. Right-handed runner for Dalton is corralled by Tavian Chandler, who finishes it off the glass. Lead back in favor of the Highlanders. 27-26, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Inside Adams, now out to Hodge. Hodge pulls up, can't connect, rebound to Jinka. Huntington now looking to extend this 1-point lead here in the first half. Left side entry pass, Tavian Chandler. Chandler puts it on the floor, driving inside and called for the offensive foul prior to the finish.
It must have been the off arm there, and I like the idea. It's going to be his second. I like the idea there of attacking Deion Johnson as the sophomore with 2 fouls. 2 fouls guarding one of the top players for the Highlanders. Maybe you pick up a third for the point guard there. Jamari Tubbs will check back into the game.
So 27-26, a minute 20 to go here in the first half. Huntington leading. Johnson backs it out. Now Bryden Hodge. Beyond the arc, back to Johnson. He puts it on the floor. Euro step inside, in and out. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound for DeAndre Thomas. Stick back is good. Less than a minute to go here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, DeAndre Thomas with a nice job. Couple offensive rebounds, staying with it to take the lead back for the Scots here with less than a minute left in the half.
To Jink to Lapsley. Cross-court pass, top of the key, Jamari Tubbs cannot connect from downtown. Rebound goes to Deion Johnson, who is quickly fouled. That should be the third of the quarter for the Huntington.
Yeah, so now you can reset the defense. Good board there from Deion Johnson. I don't know how, I wasn't 100% sure how that ball was going to fall, but then how it didn't fall with how much of the rim that thing hit before finally falling off.
LaShawn Saunders checking in for the Scots, as is Salou Dieng. 20 ticks to go in the first half. Now 10 to shoot for Walnut Ridge. Johnson, opposite of the screen, penetrating inside. Looking to pass it out, top of the key with Crosby. Right side, good if it goes. And it will not. For Crosby from the right wing. 28-27 is our score after 2. Scots leading. We'll take a break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
We welcome you back to Shawnee State University, home to the second annual battle in the 7-4-0. Game 3, Walnut Ridge and Huntington. Scots leading the Highlanders 28-27 at the break. It was a back-and-forth first half. Walnut Ridge jumped out early. Huntington clawed back. Scots retaking the lead prior to the break.
Yeah, it started off with the technical free throw, and then it eventually led to a 7-0 lead for the Scots. The Highlanders eventually clawed all the way back to take the lead. We had 4 lead changes in the first half, ultimately going back, as you mentioned, to the Scots with a 1-point lead at the break. They've been pretty balanced overall. They're led by Dare Adams with 7. Then you had Jaleel Wakil with 6. And Deion Johnson, even though he had the 2 fouls, he had 3 assists, 4 points, a couple rebounds to go along with that. So when they keep him on the floor, they're a lot better. And ultimately, when he comes back out on the floor, they're able to grab the lead back. So they're playing down, as we mentioned, Marquise Lucas, 16 points a game, not in uniform. He is here. He was. I'll give him credit because he's given teammates water during the timeouts and whatnot. So you always like to see that out of a teammate, even if they're unavailable. Now, for the Highlanders, they've been led by Pearson DeJinka with 10 points. The sophomores played really well, 3 rebounds as well. Gotten good minutes from Isaiah Lapsley, 5 points. Tristan Hornbuckle has played well, only 2 points, but he feels like he's been all over the court. Tavion Chandler was 7. He picked up his second foul late in the half. Jamari Tubbs hasn't scored, but he's got 3 rebounds, 3 assists to just kind of do the little things to keep them invested in this game, to keep it close. And ultimately, they were able to take that lead on the nice cut by DeJinka. Believe it was a Chandler putback that gave him the lead again, but ultimately, the Scots grabbed it right back to end the half.
So 28-27, Walnut Ridge leading a little less than 4.5 minutes to go here during the break. Walnut Ridge once again off to a 3-1 start this season. They're at Columbus South on December 17th. That'll be the next match for head coach Chuck Jefferson and the Scots. For Huntington, John, their debut here in the 2024-25 season. So on one end, you have a team playing in their 5th game. You have another team coming from West Virginia playing in their first. Do you think the state difference has a big factor in the start time to the season?
It could, but also I don't know if you followed it all, there was some major issues with the West Virginia football playoffs. So that may have had something to do with it as well, where they didn't even start the playoffs. I feel like there was like a week off during the playoffs because there was some sort of disagreement between like the state legislator and the high schools. It was a big mess, and it was way too much like political stuff for me to actually like check into. But I just know they didn't play for an entire week of the playoffs, and they're playing like the state finals this week, which is a whole week later than Ohio plays there. So that could be a difference. They may have had a deep tournament run in football as well. For Walnut Ridge, though, it is a nice advantage to get that early start, be in your 5th game against a team where you can tell skill-wise Huntington's right there with them. It's just, they weren't very crisp to start the game.
Second half, a little less than 3 minutes away here from the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University. We'll take another quick break before coming back. Tip-off, first inbound of the third quarter coming up here in a moment. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
We welcome you back to the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University, the third of 7 games here on Saturday, 5 coming up tomorrow morning and afternoon, as well as into the evening. I believe it's Washington Courthouse and South Point to wrap up the Battle Series down here in Portsmouth this weekend. Games coming up the rest of the day here on Saturday. 3:30 p.m. start time, New Hope Christian Academy taking on Fairfield Union. 5 p.m. Kettering Alter and Ashland. 6:30 is Fairland and Ashland. That is a girls game. And 8 p.m. is Fairland and Eastern Brown. Two Southeast District teams squaring off in the finale of the first day here in the battle in the 740 Showcase, presented by Elevated Sports Events. John Bruce and Dewey Daly bringing you this afternoon's coverage between Walnut Ridge and Huntington. Scots out to a 28-27 first half lead. It was a back and forth first half with Walnut Ridge jumping out to a 7-0 lead in the first minute of the first quarter. Huntington came all the way back to take a lead in the mid parts of the first half before Walnut Ridge came all the way back to take a 1-point lead heading in to the second half.
Yeah, should be a good finish here. We had a nice back and forth first half. As you mentioned, 4 lead changes, 1 tie.
So the second half will begin with the Highlanders on the offensive side. Looking to retake a lead they carried for a large majority of the middle parts in the first half. DeJinka puts it on the floor. Scoop layup won't go. Rebound goes to Johnson. So a defensive stop for the Scots to open up the quarter.
Yeah, good job by Johnson to just play defense without fouling there. Once again, attacking the point guard with 2 fouls. Try to get him into more foul trouble early.
Wakil off the screen, skip pass to the right side with Johnson. Mid-range jumper is good for Dyer Adams.
9 now for Adams to lead the way for the Scots.
Highlanders quickly into the half court, going the other way. Chandler now top of the key. DeJinka all the way over to Hornbuckle left side. Top of the key, Chandler, free throw line jumper won't go. Adams the rebound for the Scots.
Good job by Adams to chase that one down. Good chance to extend the lead now for the Scots.
Skip pass, Saunders, mid-range jumper is good for the senior.
6 now for Saunders. Good job. Just kind of pulling that back, knocking down the midi, make it a 5-point game.
32-27. Walnut Ridge leading the Huntington Highlanders 2 minutes in to the third quarter. Hornbuckle dribble drive inside, off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Crosby. Now Johnson walks it across the timeline, bounce pass to Crosby. Feet underneath, Adams is poked away. Jamari Tubbs with the steal. Hornbuckle slows down the break, backs it out beyond the arc. Tavian Chandler connects from way downtown.
Way downtown is right. An absolute bomb there from Chandler. Give him 10. That's a big-time shot. Cut the lead down from 5 to 2.
Scott's now looking to answer back. In the corner, LaShawn Saunders lost the handle, last touched by Huntington.
I think Dante Newsom will be making his debut tonight, coming in here in the third.
Baseline out of bounds play for the Scots. Saunders set to inbound. Into Adams down beyond the arc with Deion Johnson. Johnson, dribble drive, cannot finish through contact. But we're going to have a late whistle. It looks like it'll be a shooting foul. Foul was blown in nearly after the defensive rebound.
I think it's the right call. It's just so late that it was like waiting to see if it went in, and it's going to be the third foul on Chandler, which could be big because, you know, like we said, he just knocked down a 26-footer from about the bear claw.
First shot for Johnson is no good.
It's now 1 for 3 at the stripe.
Hornbuckle quickly checking back into the match. Ethan Dalton back in as well for Tavian Chandler. Second and 2 free throws coming up for the sophomore Deion Johnson. Johnson unable to hit either of the pair. Rebound Hornbuckle. Pass underneath, Tubbs into the corner. Dejinka thought about the three. Solid closeout by Adams.
Yeah, because that's where he's coming in so quick. Easily could have blown by him, but shuts it down nice by Adams.
And a defensive foul underneath the basket will be. It looked like it was signaled a 5, and it will be. It'll be called on LaShawn Saunders.
Yeah, I think it was a hold on the cut around the screen.
Dejinka cannot connect from beyond the arc. Rebound, Deion Johnson. Johnson pushing the tempo the other way. Pass to Crosby. His shot off the glass is good. Lead back up to 4 for Walnut Ridge.
First bucket for Crosby. Good job running the break for Johnson.
Hornbuckle kicks it out. Jamari Tubbs can't connect from beyond the arc. Offensive rebound to Dejinka. He passes to Hornbuckle underneath, who is fouled.
Well, that play goes all the way to Ethan Dalton, who just makes a great hustle play to keep that ball in bounds. And that's a big one because that ends up leading to the third foul for Deion Johnson, who, as we've said repeatedly, has played really well, but he's done so with foul trouble. Only 4 points, but he's impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. 4 rebounds, 5 assists.
Bryden Hodge checks in for Deion Johnson. Lapsley backs it out, pass into the interior. Hornbuckle can't get to go, off the window. Rebound Crosby. Crosby on the break. Euro step pass inside to Wakil. Now Hodge up for the layup, off the glass for 2. A full timeout for Huntington. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We welcome you back to Shawnee State University. It's a 36-30 Walnut Ridge lead over Huntington. It'll be Highlanders ball underneath. Braxton Mount set to inbound for Huntington. Full court pressure from the Scots. Is Lapsley able to walk it across the timeline? Backdoor pass, Tubbs underneath, lost the handle, taken away by Hodge. Going the other way, Hornbuckle with the steal. Huntington takes back over. Hornbuckle inside is fouled. It'll be Dyer Adams. Should be the first foul of the game for Adams. 2 shots coming up for the senior Tristan Hornbuckle.
His first trip to the line, 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds so far for Hornbuckle. But like we said, he's been all over the floor.
And the shot for Hornbuckle is good, but he's called for a lane violation.
Wonder if he was just set up over.
So erase the basket. It remains a 36-30 lead for Walnut Ridge. Crosby, baseline drive, passes intercepted. Jamari Tubbs with the takeaway. Highlanders going the other way. Bryden Hodge deflects the pass out of bounds. It'll stay down on this end with the Highlanders.
Yeah, good hustle by Hodge to take away any chance for a fast break there.
DeAndre Thomas checking back in for the Scots and for the junior Dyer Adams. Lineup remains the same for Huntington. Hornbuckle gets it in to Mount. Now Lapsley drive, kicks it out. Hornbuckle on the drive, up with the right hand. Can't get it to go, but 2 more free throws coming up for the senior.
First on DeAndre Thomas. Hornbuckle was 0 for 1 at the line.
So 2 shots for Tristan Hornbuckle.
And you can tell at the line he's not super comfortable with as just a set jump shooter or anything like that. But and it's got to be super frustrating because he makes the one and gets called for the lane violation. So
Lou Dieng checking in for Wakil. And Tavian Chandler back in for Huntington, checking in for Braxton Mount. Hornbuckle splits the pair, cuts the Scots lead down to 5. Dieng on the drive, lost the handle, loose balls corralled by Crosby. Remains on this side with Walnut Ridge. Saunders left side, Dieng fires up a 3 and can't connect from downtown. Offensive rebound for Thomas, however, the ball touching the support above the rim. Actually, it looks like we may have had a foul called. It was DeAndre Thomas who did corral the rebound. Thought we may have had a dead ball due to the ball touching the support beam above the basket, but it's actually a foul on the junior DeAndre Thomas. And that will be the 5th team foul of the quarter for Walnut Ridge, so it'll be 2 free throws on the other end for Huntington. And it will be the senior Tristan Hornbuckle heading back to the line for the 3rd time in the quarter.
I think it's just a timing call on that because it definitely hit the support, and that was what the original call was. But if there's a foul on the play, ultimately it overrules it because it must have happened before it hit the support. So Hornbuckle now 2 for 4 at the line.
So Hornbuckle now knocked down his last 3. 36-33, Scots leading. Less than 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. Pass from Crosby deflected by Tubbs. It'll stay on this end with Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, Tubbs, once again, has not scored, but he has been all over the floor making impact plays. Does a good job deflecting that ball. Right now, with how physical Hornbuckle is being at the high post, I'd be trying to get the ball there to see if you can get a foul. And if not, you're going to get in good position because of it.
Hodge entry pass to Thomas, right back to Hodge. Feet on the baseline with Dieng. Now up the sideline, Crosby pass inside, nearly deflected, hung on by Bryden Hodge. Right side three from Crosby, can't connect, rebound Tubbs.
Yeah, we're going to see some changes now coming for Walnut Ridge. Just didn't look very good offensively at all. Huntington has a whole lot to do with that, though.
Tubbs on the drive, inside, scoop layup is good. Jamari Tubbs cuts the Scots lead down to 1 with less than 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
Nice little 5-0 run here for the Highlanders. They're playing undersized against the bigger Walnut Ridge.
And John, it's a similar development to the first half as it was Walnut Ridge who jumped out early. In the middle parts of the quarter was Huntington crawling back and even taking a lead for a certain period of time in the first half.
Yeah, a couple different leads that they took were very short-lived. But I like the physicality that Huntington's playing with now, and it's going to lead to a timeout here. It's going to be a 30.
So a 30-second timeout for Walnut Ridge. $1:46 to go here in the third quarter. I believe it was Deion Johnson and Dyer Adams checking back in for the Scots.
Yeah. So right now we've got this 30-second timeout. There's some extracurricular stuff going on that the Huntington, with how physical things are getting right now, the officials just need to come in and kind of let them know, that's enough. And it seems like they're doing a good job of that and trying to maintain control.
It was the second foul of the afternoon on Tristan Hornbuckle. So a baseline out of bounds play underneath for the Scots. It'll be Dyer Adams to inbound. Adams lobs it to the midline. It's corralled by Hodge. Hodge to Johnson left side. Skip past to Hodge into the short corner. Fading away. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Adams. Put back is good for the Scots.
Adams has great hands inside.
Lead back up to 3 for Walnut Ridge. Pearson DeJinka wide open on the other end for 2.
Good find from Lapsley. Very quick in transition score.
Saunders top of the key. Pass into the low post with Adams. Now Johnson beyond the arc to Thomas on the right elbow. Feet inside. Adams is fouled prior to the shot.
This could be a big call.
It'll be the third foul in the quarter.
Fourth on Chandler.
It's a third team foul of the third for Huntington, and the fourth on Tavian Chandler, who will check out.
And now we're going to see Marcus Jackson into the game for the first time for Huntington.
Adams lobs it to Saunders beyond the arc. 60 seconds to go in the quarter. 38-37, Walnut Ridge leading. Pass inside, Thomas, now Saunders short corner. Right side to Adams, he loses the handle, it's taken away. Tristan Hornbuckle, another steal. Pushed ahead to Jinka, back out to Hornbuckle. Jamari Tubbs for the lead, can't connect off the front iron. Tubbs the offensive rebound, and his pass to Lapsley is deflected out of bounds by the Scots. It'll stay on this end with Huntington as Dante Newsome quickly checks in for Marcus Jackson. Lapsley inbounding underneath, and his pass is intercepted. Dyer Adams on the break, lost the handle, but the loose ball is corralled by DeAndre Thomas. Less than 30 seconds to go in the quarter. And Bryden Hodge will back it out. 20 seconds to shoot. Hodge on the drive, lost the handle, able to corral the loose ball. Hodge driving. Pass is deflected by DeJinka, and it'll fly out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with the Scots. 8.8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Good hands from DeJinka there, because that was going to be a layup. A good look away from Hodge on the play, but just quicker hands for DeJinka.
Johnson set to inbound. Into Akil, back to Johnson. Baseline drive. Johnson up for the layup. Counted in the foul. Dion Johnson, a chance for a three-point play. And to make it a two-possession ball game here in the waning seconds of the third.
DeAndre Thomas is not going to get an assist on this play, but he completely cleared that side out after the pass to open it up to where the baseline was there for Dion Johnson. And a great finish through contact for Johnson.
Johnson unable to complete the three-point play, but an offensive rebound for Thomas. Wakil unable to finish as well. Johnson backs it out and is unable to fire up a shot prior to the buzzer. So two offensive rebounds and two failed putbacks for the Scots in the final seconds. Nonetheless, a 40-37 lead heading into the fourth quarter. Here at the Waller Gymnasium, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School boys basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Three quarters down, 1 to go here at the Waller Gymnasium. On the campus of Shawnee State University, it's heating up between the Walnut Ridge Scots and the Huntington Highlanders, 40-37. Scots leading. 8 minutes to go in regulation.
Yeah, been a really good one so far. We didn't have a lead change in that third quarter, but it was really back and forth, and that's why it's going to be a three-point game going into this quarter.
Off the screen, Hodge to Johnson, right wing three, off the mark. Ball trickles out of bounds off the rim. It'll be Highlanders basketball, 15 seconds into the quarter. Pressure from the Scots now into the half court for Huntington. Tubbs to Lapsley. Highlanders setting up their offense. Short corner, Lapsley baseline drive. Now DeJinka beyond the arc. Lapsley double team, passes it out. Ethan Dalton driving baseline, and will have a foul on the ball. It'll be DeAndre Thomas.
His third.
Although actually it looks like it's going to be called on Bryden Hodge.
His second.
So baseline underneath. Lapsley set to inbound into Ethan Hunt. Check that, Ethan Dalton. Dalton top of the key three, off the back iron, rebound Thomas. Both teams scoreless in the first minute and 15 seconds. DeAndre Thomas fires one up from three. Can't connect. Rebound, Braxton Mount. Pressure up top continues for the Scots, and we will have a foul on the floor.
Now that one will be on DeAndre Thomas for his third. Fouls adding up already, though. That's, 2 quick ones here in the quarter. Walnut Ridge was, had 5 team fouls at the 3-minute mark of the last quarter as well. So very aggressive defensively. But that could ultimately lead to Huntington getting a lot of shots at the line late in this game.
Dejinka on the drive, double teamed in the corner. Out to Tubbs, now pass to Dejinka, feed inside to Braxton Mount, back out to Tubbs. Ethan Dalton on the drive, strong interior defense for the Scots. Dyer Adams on the takeaway.
Yeah, Adams had a really nice game overall, great hands.
Johnson inside, right-handed runner, rolls it over the front iron for 2. 8 points on the afternoon for Deion Johnson. And a timeout for Huntington.
It's going to be the short-term timeout. 5:52 left here for Huntington. Good timeout. Try to get Chandler back into the game. Try to see if he can get in the flow for the last 5:52 because, if he doesn't pick up another foul, then why would you sit him anyway? So I like the aggressive way to coach with a player with foul trouble because let's say he picks up one in the next 10 seconds anyway. That means he probably was going to do it no matter what. So good timeout for Huntington. Slow things down. They looked a little discombobulated.
There you go.
This third game of the day. I think I've used that twice now, which is 2 more times than I should have said it. But, yeah, it's a 5-point game. Get a chance to run a little better offense if you're Huntington here. See if you can get Chandler or Dejinka a good look to try to cut into this lead.
So out of the timeout, it will be Highlanders basketball. Huntington trailing Walnut Ridge 42-37, 5:52 to go here in the fourth. Lapsley into the half court for the Highlanders. Hornbuckle guarded by Hodge. Kicks it out, Ethan Dalton, left corner 3, can't connect, rebound Johnson. Head coach Chuck Jefferson signaling let's slow things down. No pressure as of yet for Huntington. Johnson, dribble drive inside, right-handed runner won't go, but he draws the foul.
One thing, though, Johnson struggled with the line so far, 1 for 4. And also the last time he went, he took a big hit. So that'll be the 4th on Hornbuckle, which could be a big one to look for as well because he's been so impactful.
Second shot coming up for Thomas. He now has 10 points on the afternoon. Check that was Johnson at the line. Going the other way, Tavian Chandler can't connect from 15 feet. Johnson the rebound.
Yeah, now a nice time for Walnut Ridge to try to salt some of this game away while adding on to the score. But not going to be able to do it.
An offensive foul away from the basketball on DeAndre Thomas.
Yeah, it's right now. I'm trying to think.
Fourth foul on Thomas.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw out Patrick Beverly because that's kind of what Hornbuckle's doing right now. He's being slightly, getting into the heads right now. And it results of him getting pushed down because he's just being physical without fouling. And Thomas didn't like the physicality, so just pushes off, and then he just sells it. Draws the foul, gets the ball back. So it ends up being a big turnover when the Scots could have extended the lead to possibly get up to 10.
Lapsley hands it off to Dejinka, and it's taken away by Deion Johnson. Johnson continuing to have an outstanding afternoon here at the Waller Gymnasium. Feet inside. As Dyer Adams passes it out and it's taken away. Lapsley on the break, can't connect with the right hand, but Jamari Tubbs, an athletic putback for two.
Great follow there by Tubbs. Just the tip. And is able to get his third and fourth points of the game to make it a 5-point game once again. And right now, if you're Walnut Ridge, you also don't want to get too patient offensively.
Underneath, Dyer Adams tied up with Chandler. We'll have a timeout for the Scots. It'll be Chuck Jefferson's third. And it will be a 30-second timeout for Walnut Ridge.
But just kind of, last possession ends in a turnover. The possession before was a turnover. That was nearly a turnover. So just not playing offense anymore has led it to where, 2 quick turnovers, almost a third. You're just being too, I don't want to say careful. You're just trying to run too much clock. You want to run the clock while you're still looking to attack. But you also don't want to attack so recklessly that, you lose possession and lead to an easy run out. Even though that last finish was not an easy one, it was still a really nice finish on a run out.
So an interesting development here at the Waller Gymnasium. So out of the timeout, it was set to be Walnut Ridge basketball prior to a Huntington Highlander number 4 checking in. There is no number 4 on the official books. So the Highlanders are assessed a technical foul. Jaleel Wakil knocks down the first, as he does the second as well. So the senior buries the pair.
Well, and you don't have a 4. The program we had just didn't have most numbers. So I can see how there would be like the program doesn't have a number 4. I just think it's just a first game miscommunication, but that's 2 technicals now on Huntington that are administrative. So that's 3 points in this, it's a 4-point game if they don't have those technicals.
So number 4 will remain in the game for Huntington. We do not have him on the roster, so
we apologize for not
he
having
will remain nameless for now. Nonetheless, a 46-39 lead for Walnut Ridge. Short corner, Johnson backs it out. Bryden Hodge beyond the arc, now back to Johnson. Adams posting up underneath, Johnson driving baseline, passing it out to Adams. And it looks like, John, they're going to say Adams towed the sideline, so that'll be a turnover for the Scots. And Huntington will take back over. Artie Caprino also checked in during the confusion. He and number 4 both check out.
It's the 12th turnover for Walnut Ridge.
46-39, the Scots out in front. Hornbuckle driving inside, fading away off the front iron, can't connect. Johnson, the rebound, pushed ahead to Wakil, who lays it up and in on the other end. Lead up to 9 for Walnut Ridge. Baseline drive for Tavian Chandler. He finishes for 2.
temporarily was the biggest lead of the game for Walnut Ridge. Back down to a 7-point game with just over 2 minutes to play.
Hodge backs it out. 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Hodge continues to play keep away. Nobody on him. Now Tubbs comes out beyond the arc. Now Johnson, he drives inside, fouled on the floor, drains the runner. The shot will not count as the foul from the Highlanders was prior to the shot. It'll be the 4th team foul in the quarter.
That's 5 on Tristan Hornbuckle. Played really well.
So the 3rd team foul here in the 4th. As Hornbuckle fouls out.
I mean, if you just look at like pure statistics, like 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. But I mean, he helped get them back in this game just based off of his defensive intensity.
So Caprino checks back in for the Highlanders. He quickly fouls Johnson. That will be the 4th team foul of the quarter. So just one more to free throws for the Scots. Wakil set to inbound in front of his own bench. Into Adams, low post. One-on-one with Chandler. Adams up with the left hand. Tough finish for the junior, Dyer Adams.
Yeah, Dyer Adams is a complete player inside. This is going to be a tough decision on who our game MVP is going to be between him and Johnson because they've both just been so impactful.
Left side, Jamari Tubbs for 3. Can't connect from downtown. Adams the rebound. Hodge walks it across the timeline, nearing the 1 minute mark, specifically 1:06. As Dejinka commits the foul, that'll be the 5th in the quarter for Huntington. That'll send the senior Bryden Hodge to the line for 2 shots.
Nice job there for Hodge. First time at the line today. Buries that first one. It's going to be a good win for Walnut Ridge. Unless something real wild happens here in this last minute.
Hodge knocks down the pair. The lead is up to 11 for the Scots. Chandler now up the floor for Huntington. Chandler driving baseline. Another tough finish for Tavian Chandler.
Yeah, when he's on the floor, they're much better. He's just had a lot of foul trouble in this game. 14 now for Chandler.
Full court pressure for the Highlanders as Jamari Tubbs commits the foul. It'll be the sophomore Deion Johnson headed to the stripe for 2 shots.
Johnson knocked his last 2 free throws down. 3 for 6 at the line tonight.
3 Scots into double figures here this afternoon. Johnson now with 11, possibly 12 after this next free throw, along with Jaleel Wakil with 10. Dyer Adams has 13, make that 11 for Johnson. .40 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. Tubbs on the drive, reverse layup, just does roll in for the senior. And another quick foul for the Highlanders. This time it's the junior Isaiah Lapsley.
Yeah, I like what Huntington has overall. Like talent-wise, you can tell they're getting to the right spots. It's just first game. You can't have those administrative things, some reactionary things. You got to eliminate those. But overall, this team's going to win a lot of games this year, and this Walnut Ridge team is going to win a lot as well because they've been outstanding, especially when you bring back, our Marquise Lucas averaging 15 a game.
So a shooting foul after the missed free throw by Walnut Ridge. Really not too important whether it was on the floor or on a shot, as Johnson would have been heading to the line for 2 shots either way.
Yeah, the only thing would have been if maybe he was behind the three-point line, but he was a little bit in front. 5 for 9 now at the line for Johnson.
Dante Newsome checking in for the Highlanders. Team high, 15 points for the sophomore Dion Johnson. 12-point lead for the Scots. Less than 30 seconds to go in regulation. Quick takeaway, going the other way for Dion Johnson. Make it 17 on the afternoon. Lead now up to 14. Underneath Jamari Tubbs. Another tough reverse layup is good for Tubbs.
He's got 8 all here in the second half.
Adams now up the sideline, and that'll do it. An interstate clash between Walnut Ridge and Huntington. Scots pick up the 59-47 win, advancing to 4-1 on the season. Huntington drops to 0-1 to begin this year's campaign.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned how it was there's a possibility of not knowing who was going to be the game MVP, and then Dion Johnson just completely ran away with it there at the end. Dion Johnson, the game MVP, was 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Was just outstanding. Dyer Adams, very good as well, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Jaleel Wakil finished with 10 points, played very well. For Walnut Ridge, they played really well overall with their 59-47 win. For the Highlanders, they're led by Tavon Chandler with 14 points, a couple of assists, and then Pearson DeJinka with 12 points as well. Just overall a good game.
That'll wrap up Game 3. Have to be very quick with the post game as the next game, the scheduled 3:30 start time with Kenneth Hay and John Bruce. New Hope Christian taking on Fairfield Union in a little under 14 minutes here from the Waller Gymnasium. If this is all for you today, for John Bruce, Kenneth Hay, and Dewey Daly, I'm saying so long from the Waller Gymnasium here at Shawnee State University. You've been watching Ohio High School boys basketball on